ball, Ivy. Well played, partner.
So, what has become of our guest of honour, eh?
Miss Cranmere has got off on the wrong foot. She's late.
Oh, damn and blast it!
Daddy, Benji's swearing again.
Benji, do try not to lose your temper.
Sorry, Pa. It's Felicity. Her serves are pathetic.
Chin up, Benji. Only 3 games down.
What were your first impressions of her, Mrs. Bigley, when you called upon her at the hall?
Well, she seemed pleasant enough. But of course, I'm sure she's aware that I am a crustacean,
Oh, undoubtedly.
though her origins remain obscure. And I'm afraid she thinks herself artistic.
Oh, dear.
Oh, bad luck, Felicity. Game, set and match to us, I'm afraid. Well played.
Well played.
Well played. Well played.
Well played.
Ah, well played, partner.
Well played.
You know the drawings of the church I mentioned? I've got some in the summer house, if you'd like to see them.
Yes, please.
Will you partner me in the next game, Ivy?
Oh, I was just going to show Ivy some sketches of the church.
Oh, how interesting. Can I see them too?
I didn't know you were the arty type, Chatford.
Always willing to learn from an expert.
Bill, I think I left my handbag in the hall. Be a darling and fetch it for me, would you?
All right.
Tell you what, I'll bring out a couple of sketches to show you.
Can't wait.
I look like Ivy in tennis togs.
Oh, hello.
Felicity, is this yours?
No, it's Ivy's.
Bells! Your handbag, Ivy.
Thank you, Bill.
Chatford?
I thought you were going to show me one of your pictures, Bickley.
Oh, righto.
Pay attention, everyone. The Doc's going to show us one of his masterpieces.
Oh, Christ. Edmund, people are here to play tennis, not look at your doodles.
Well, exactly, dear, but Chatford insisted, so...
Yes, let's do have a look, Dr. Bickley.
Very well.
Fascinating. What is it?
It's the church.
What church?
Our church, St. Jan's.
Oh.
Oh, let's see another one, Bickley.
Really rather not.
Mrs. Bickley, she's here. The lady, she's here. Mrs. Bickley, how can I ever apologise? I was hanging paintings, lost all track of time.
My dear Miss Cranmere, there's no need to apologise. We're delighted to see you here, whatever the time. May I introduce you to Miss Wapworthy?
How do you do?
How do you do?
Miss Peavy?
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Reverend and Mrs. Torn?
Hello.
Mrs. Bickley?
Hello.
Dennis Bourne?
Hello.
The Bournes live at Squarey's house, as I'm sure you know.
Oh, I do hope you'll allow me to come and visit. I'm dying to see the Rembrandt.
Absolutely. I'm afraid my wife's overlooked me, Miss Cranmere. Not for the first time. Dr. Bickley.
How do you do? Good heavens, what have we here?
Oh, no, nothing. It's just...
St. Chad's, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Did you do this? How marvellous. Such vitality. It brings to mind Kronberg.
What's that, a sort of hat?
Actually, he's a very well-known German expressionist.
Thank you, Miss Cranmere.
The gentlemen will now play tennis, while we ladies acquaint ourselves better with Miss Cranmere. Reverend, you could partner Denny against Mr. Chatford and young Benji. Edmund, you can be ball boy. I saw one go into the shrubbery. Kindly retrieve it.
Julia,
Oh, look. Here's Ivy and Chatford. Good afternoon, Dr. Bickley.
Hello, Ivy.
I have some news.
Bill and I are engaged to be married.
Oh, good show. Congratulations.
Sit down here.
Is that all you have to say to me, Teddy?
I'm sure you'll be very happy, Ivy.
I was hoping...
What, Ivy?
Nothing.
That rematch later.
They are.
Hello.
Oh, gosh, Ivy, you look marvellous. What lovely clothes.
Thank you.
Did you buy them in Paris?
Yes.
A honeymoon in Paris. What absolute heaven.
Bill is so generous.
I regard it as an investment. People set great store by appearances these days. One must behave accordingly.
Madeline and Danny's honeymoon was an utter disaster.
All is not well at the Hall, we hear. It seems Denny has taken to drink.
Terrible fights. Shouting and screaming right through the night. So they say.
To be honest with you, I'm surprised Sir Frank Bourne gave the marriage his blessing.
And the engagement being announced on the day of Julia Bickley's death. What a coincidence.
Pa thinks there's something fishy about Mrs. Bickley's death. Don't you, Pa?
I merely said that the coroner's verdict left a lot of questions unanswered.
Julia Bickley was in despair because of Dr. Bickley and Madeline Bourne. That's the crux of the matter.
You mean Dr. Bickley and Madeline Bourne? Well,
And how?
One more remark like that and you'll go home, Felicity.
My mamma says there was someone else before Madeline Bourne. Poor Mrs. Bickley found out about her, too.
Just gossip.
Nothing to it, I'm sure.
someone before Mrs. Bourne. The man's a complete rogue. Ivy, did you know about this?
No? Yes. Well, I had heard the rumours, but...
Doc Bickley had the most terrific crush on you, didn't he, Ivy?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Don't worry, my dear. Mr. Chatford, do try my orange cake.
It was you, wasn't it?
What was me, dear?
This mysterious girlfriend of Bickley's, it was you, wasn't it?
No, Bill.
Of course it was you. I could see it written all over their faces. Those self-righteous, gossiping old harridans. How dare you humiliate me in front of them?
It wasn't me, Bill, I swear.
Ivy! Look at me!
Please, Bill, you're hurting me.
Look at me, damn it, and you tell me the truth because I'll know if you're lying. Were you Bickley's mistress? Were you?
I'm sorry, Bill. I'm so sorry. I didn't understand what he was doing. He took advantage of me. Don't, Bill, I beg you.
And all these dark hints about Julia Bickley's death, what do you know about those?
Nothing, I swear it.
Well, I shall make it my business to find out. If that Sewer Bickley has anything to hide, I'll flush it out, you'll see.
Meet me at our old place, 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Poor chap had been pushing the heavy roller.
No, and him with angina.
Against my strict instructions. Light work only, Whittaker, I told him.
Ah, here come the boards.
You know, I think he was afraid I might dismiss him.
You, Dr. Bickley, never.
Hello, Jenny.
Hello, Rev.
Poor old Widders. What rotten luck.
Yes, rotten luck.
Now, what can I get you?
Well, come on, Doc, it's your go.
Yes. Sorry, Chatford, old chap. I'm afraid I'm going to have to put you out of your misery.
Oh, bravo, Doc.
Now, look here, Bickley, I'm not going to let this go, you know.
Simmer down, Chatford. It's only a game.
I'm not talking about the bloody croquet.
Coming back in a few years' time, talk if they doing that, because of course I would enjoy it. I would be delighted if you did actually.
Mr. Chatford, I'd love to see you.
Rather delicate matter, I'm afraid. There is some confusion over the circumstances of Julia Bickley's death.
I don't see how I can help you.
I thought, in view of your relationship with Dr. Bickley.
My relationship?
I believe you and he were close?
Mr. Chatford, there was a brief period before I married when Dr. Bickley became infatuated with me. It's too dreary for words, but I seem to have this effect on men. I certainly never gave Dr. Bickley any encouragement, and I can assure you, we were never close.
Unlike my dear wife, I recently found out that she'd been carrying on with Bickley.
Carrying on with Ivy? Are you sure?
Oh, yes. She confessed everything to me.
Would you be so kind as to bring me a large glass of whiskey?
It's too early for cocktails, Denny.
It is?
Thank you, Florence. That'll be all. Madeline, do have a potted meat sandwich.
Look, this is a perfectly good time to have a cocktail.
That's enough, Denny.
Sandwich, Chatford?
Never mind the sandwiches, Bickley. Just tell us what this is in aid of.
Well, I'm aware that since I lost poor Julia, there's been something of an atmosphere in the village. These potted meat sandwiches really are excellent. Do try one, Madeline.
What sort of atmosphere, Bickley?
Well, I realise that there have been some misunderstandings between those of us here today.
Misunderstanding's my foot.
Do let Dr. Bickley have his say. That's why we're here, isn't it?
Just a small glass of whiskey, that's all.
You know, this would be a lot easier if your husband stopped harping on about whiskey.
In a small community like this, the goodwill of one's friends and neighbours is so important, don't you think?
Oh, for crying out loud, man, just get to the point.
The point? Well, I suppose the point is, Chatford, you're a prig and a bully, and I don't like you. Never have, never will. And as for you, Madeline, to call you two-faced is an understatement. You've enough faces to fill a portrait gallery. Sweet-talking me 1 minute,
Denny, take me home.
sticking a knife in my back the next. Really, my dear, if that's the artistic temperament, you can keep it.
What blazes is he going on about?
I'm onto you, Bickley. So be warned. Respectable people aren't going to stand for it.
Oh, don't worry, Chatford. You won't have to stand for it much longer.